Good morning, homesteaders. This morning I found a recipe for canned chocolate pudding. Actually, I found two. And so I'm going to try making it because, you know, everything you find on the internet isn't always true. So as you can see, come on. This is, I will read you the ingredients in just a second. And there's hot water. Hold on. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the setup here going. And I don't know if I should read you the recipe before I know if it works or not. So it goes like this. 1 cup of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 4 tablespoons of flour, 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Add 2.5 cups of boiling water and cook on medium heat until thickened. It's about syrup consistency according to what they said. Pour into the jars, lid, seal, wipe. You know the drill, right? Put the jars in a pressure canner. Have the pressure canner come up to 5 pounds of pressure, and then turn it off and let it drop and cool naturally. And this should work in jelly-sized jars. So we have everything in the pan here but the boiling water, which just started boiling. So we're going to pour it in. We've got the burner on. And you're supposed to stir constantly, because if you don't know anything about cooking, baking at all, one of the first things you should know is that chocolate burns. Chocolate always burns. Chocolate likes to burn. So the key with chocolate is always going to be low and slow, right? So we've got the boiling water, dumped in all the stuff I read you, which was poured in the pot. And now we're just going to cook this at medium heat for however long it takes. So what I'm going to do is I'll put you on pause. And when we have been on medium heat until thickened, I will turn you back on and show you what medium heat at thickened looks like. All right? All right, here we go. Okay, so I brought it up to a low boil, which means as long as I was stirring, it was okay. But the second I stopped, there were bubbles coming up. And I kept it that way for about 10 minutes. And this is about as thick as we're getting. So if you can see this, it's basically a really thick brown gravy. And we're going to try to can it and see if that works. That's why we made a small batch to start. I will let you know how this turns out. I will let you see it. So it's a little crowded in here right now. Y'all are going to have to bear with me. But I've got my sterilized jars. And I'm going to load them up here. I'm going to assume the 1-inch headspace because the recipe didn't say. There's one. Oh, I dripped. I just remembered something. So it would be a good idea at this point if I had the pressure canner actually warming up so that these hot jars aren't going into cold water. And I didn't think of that at first, so I'm getting water for the pressure canner right now. There we go. And, oh, crowded stove. You'll have to forgive me. I'm still making bone broth. From the hog slaughter the other day that we had the bacon making video about. And because I'm still making bone broth, see, this big old roaster pan is taking up, 2 burner spaces of my stove top. So, it's a thing. It's not a huge kitchen. The people who designed this kitchen obviously did not cook, because they had no idea what they were doing. And we have every intention of remodeling this kitchen one of these days, but it's going to be an expensive remodel. And so it's been put off till last, till we get everything else done in the house first. All right, so those ingredients that I gave you made 4 half-pint jars. So let's I have 3 loaded, and I'm just going to dump the rest into this one jar, and it's going to be a little close here as to whether or not it's enough. So I'm trying to get everything. Maybe make it a little less close. And well, not less close enough, because as you can see, not a full jar. But we're gonna try it anyway, just to check the recipe. Shut up, guys. I mean it. My husband must be home from the store. All right, I'm gonna load these. I'm gonna wipe the rims and seal them, and I'm gonna load these into the pressure canner, bring it up to 5 pounds, and then turn it off. And I'll let you know when we take them out, what it looks like. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we put the jars in the canner. We brought it up to 5 pounds of pressure, and then we shut it off. And the pressure is all relieved. So now we are going to pull these jars out. And take a look at what we have. So, as you can see, looks kind of like chocolate pudding. It's still boiling. So we're going to put it on the mat over here to cool off. And I will get back with you in a couple of hours when these jars have cooled and we see how they are. I'll let you know. Welcome back. Okay, you can see I'm wearing different clothes today. I put the pudding on the counter to cool and forgot about it. So, went to bed. But I have it here and we're going to try it. So let's, well, it's a little bit runnier than snack pack pudding, but I'm open. It tastes like pudding. It tastes like snack pack pudding. I think I might add maybe just a tiny bit of clear gel to it so that it is a little bit stiffer. But and I might take just a little bit of sugar out of the recipe. It's pretty sweet. But it's pudding. Kind of amazing. Or, you know, maybe putting it in the refrigerator would have it firm up some. I have another recipe that doesn't use flour, that just uses clear gel. And we'll try that one next and see how it works. But there you have it. Thanks for checking in.